happening in these countries right now is a corporate restructuring where the population is being replaced. Right? The populations there have become lazy, complacent. And so they're importing millions of new immigrants, primarily Indians, but also a lot of Chinese, a lot of Filipinos, to replace the population. Because in a time of economic decline, you need your colonies to perform better. Right? So I don't see New Zealand participating in any wars, but I do see New Zealand, the population being replaced by immigrants, okay? And this will probably lead to a lot of civil conflict in these places, all right? From Demi, you mentioned how you used to live with your parents, play video games, and feel disconnected from the world. Was there a particular book, philosophy, or work of art that inspired you towards the path you're on now? What concrete advice do you have for a younger man who feels aimless and nihilistic, who want to get back on a spiritually productive path? Okay, this is a really hard question for me to answer. Yes, it is true that in my late 20s, I was very depressed, and I felt that life was hopeless, and I feel as though you have to go through stages like this in your life. So it's not something to be avoided. It's something that you'll have to suffer through. And when you hit rock bottom, you instinctively or you intuitively understand that I need to move on in my life. Okay? So during this time period, what I did was I engaged in a period of self-reflection in which I questioned my assumptions about the world. I went to Yale University, and after I went to Yale University, I thought the world was meritocratic. It was logical. That if you worked hard, if you have talent, then you succeed in life. And then after floundering through life in my 20s, I had many years where I became very depressed, and I just thought about my own life, and I recognized that I need to have a better understanding, a more nuanced understanding of how the world works. And this led me to the journey that has led me to today, okay? So failure is not something to be ignored or avoided or to be feared. It's something to be embraced. Okay, don't fear failure. If there's a work that has had the most influence on me these past 10, 20 years, it would be Dante, the Divine Comedy. Okay? But that's very hard to read. So in mid-June, I will teach a 2-week seminar, line by line, close reading